With the first pick in the 1991 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select. With the third pick in the 1991 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select. With the fifth pick in the 1991 NBA draft, the Miami Heat selects.
I can remember when it really changed is a night in 1982 when I graduated from college, and like I guess every other basketball player, I was expecting to be drafted into the NBA, at least to, you know, get a chance. And I had had a pretty good college career, and I wasn't drafted. And I can remember I took my ball and I went down the hill and I just played for like 3 hours. It was like I was there, but I wasn't there. And after that, I really just, you know, felt that I wanted to prove to some people that I could play basketball and I could make a living at it, that I was good enough to make a living playing basketball.
I thought we were hard done by. Here, you know, we'll look after this. You're 21 years old. You've given your whole life to the game. I mean, you get some rewards for it, but, you know, there's nothing.
People are now finally recognized that about this many players make it to the NBA on a yearly basis.
Maybe they were a step too slow, or a few inches too small. Maybe they lack a little range on their jumper, or had a bad handle. For whatever reason, these men are among the 99% of all college scholarship basketball players who will never know the feel of an NBA uniform. But that doesn't mean they can't play the game.
I mean, for me, growing up, I was good enough to make the NBA. I just got a permanent injury. It's called not being good enough. You know, but for me, it's great because I was able to get into coaching, which is the next best thing. I mean, I still get the camaraderie with the guys. I still have a chance to laugh and to joke, and I still get to be around basketball. And there's no other place and no other thing that I would like to be around on a daily level than basketball.
Most of them you've probably never heard of, but like an army of ants, their impact has been profound.
It's amazing the number of American players that play all over the world today. The influence of the American player, his style of play, his knowledge of the game, and some of the input he had with coaches in terms of drills and practices and length of practices and content of practices. Those things have been going on now for several decades.
Today, the flow of talent is coming from the other direction as well. Foreign-born players are making an impact at all levels of American basketball, but nowhere so dramatically as the NBA. This internationalization will only enrich basketball. As Dr. Nismism would undoubtedly have hoped, his inspired invention has crashed through the barriers of race, religion, and culture. And we're all better for it.
Una altra pregunta pel senyor Michael Jordan, micròfon número 1, microphone number 1.
My name is Yuichi Yamada from Asahi Shimbun, Japan. How do you feel to be called as a god?
Well, actually, I've never seen a god, so I don't know exactly what they act like. This is where the fantasy begins.
That question, though seemingly absurd, may have more merit than would at first be imagined.
This ambitious sequel involved a full-blown Hollywood production.
It begins with the insatiable appetite of the media.
that Michael took part in 3 days.
It's fed by shrewd marketing instincts and the stars' willingness to sell specific images of themselves.
But Jordan is no stranger to the camera.
And it's all brought together and magnified by the expressiveness and beauty of the game they play. These forces have combined to thrust our sporting heroes into roles, wanted or unwanted, which have grown into proportions of near mythological stature.
The game has progressed because you've had people recently, Julius Erving, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You can go down and list the kind of players who have the high profile, the charismatic, bring about the good character, and they do it with a flash and a flair that makes it something that's almost bigger than life, and by virtue of that, it's is this obtainable? So it's something that everybody is mysterious.
Like the ancient Greek gods, these superstars represent different values, qualities, and characteristics which the world responds to. Courage, grace, pride, cleverness, and many other virtues and vices are acted out before us.
He dribbles past the key. He shoots. It's good. It's good.
The same has long been true of local heroes as well. Deep meaning is invested in their actions. The values which they represent, how they conduct themselves in the heat of competition, becomes a touchstone for their fans to refer to. Their response, whether it embraces or rejects, does much to reveal the true nature underlying a society and the individuals within it. That hardwood court becomes a mirror, not just of our personal secrets, but of our common dreams as well. Nothing brings people together like their team. All the barriers collapse in the headlong rush to be part of something greater than ourselves, to experience a oneness of spirit with others that's the height of exhilaration.